In this tutorial, we would be creating a simple calculator with HTML CSS and sprinkle some JavaScript. This would be easy for beginners to follow and understand. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel to get more tutorial like this. And you can also check out some other videos I made. Now let us get into the project. The first thing we need to make here is our HTML file and our CSS.
HTML and CSS file. The first thing we do here is to initiate the dot type. I will change the title from document to calculator. After that, we link our CSS so as to enable us to add styles. After that, we move into the body tag. This is where we do most of our HTML markup. So the first thing we do is we create a div with the class of container. And inside the container, another div with the class of calculator. And also then we create a form. And inside this form, we create a div with the class of display. Inside this display, we have input of text, the class of sorry, with the name of display. Yeah, close this. And under this div, we create another div with the class of, oh no, let's just give it a div, just a normal div, right? Now inside this div, this is where we put most of our calculator structures, like the numbers. So this one has the name of display. This is where we display whatever we type, and this is where we put in the buttons and the numbers that we're going to type. So the first thing we do is to add input type of button with the value of AC, that is to clear everything, and the class of operator. Now there is a class of operator to indicate that okay, this is an operator. An operator is what we use that is not a number, like division, addition, and subtractions that performs. They are the one that perform operations. So in this in the back here, we should add the JavaScript of onClick right now. I wanted us to do this out before we had the onClick before, but I realized this is going to take more time. So let us add the onClick right now. So the onClick will listen, that is, will listen for a click on this input type of button. So whenever it is clicked, it should display. So that is the display. This display over here, we take the display dot value. It should display the value of nothing. Hold on. Sorry guys. On click display of just space. That is displaying nothing. No, nothing. Should clear out all input all displays on it. So let's open this with live server to see it. As you can see here, this is it. It will what? It will clear it all. So let's go back to our VS Code. So after this, we can copy this and we paste it. Then we change this AC to DE. So when we change this AC to DE, we can still give it the class of operator. DE means, I remember in the calculator, the DE we use is whenever we click on the DE, it just removes a number, the last number we inputted, it deletes the last number we inputted. So what we do here is we use a slice. I remember in JavaScript, the slice removes the previous number. So we say display equals to display dot value dot slice open bracket 0 minus 1. Let's see this in action. So if I say 22, I say DE, it removes the last number that is inputted. So that makes sense now, right? So then the next thing we do here is we paste this again. This is also an operator, and what we're going to do here is remove this and we put decimal. This is a decimal, and what should it give us? It should give us a decimal basically. You just put it to stop here. It's also an operator. Then again, we paste again. Division. And what should it give us? It should give us a division. Then we change this here, so division. Now these are the operator class here that we've put in here. So the next thing we do is we copy this whole thing. Copy. Then come down. Right? Come down. Okay, don't let me come down too much. Come down. Then we'll paste it. Control thing. Then we paste it. After we paste it, we change the value here to 7. Count the number from 7, 8, 9. Then this is multiplication register. Then we remove the class of operator for the numbers. They do not have the class of operator.
So we put in 7 here. We remove the class of operator for this. Right. I'll put in 8. Remove the class of operator for this. And we put in 9. I hope this is making sense. And then we leave the class of operator for this is an operator. We put in multiplication sign. And let's copy this. This is more like what we'll be using now. Then paste. Change this 4, 5, 6, then minus. Change it to minus. We do the same. We paste again. Here we have 1, 2, 3, and the addition. We have 1, 2, 3, and the addition. Then read it for the last time. Here you see 0, 0, 1, 0, and the equal sign. Here we see 0, 0, and 0. We remove this entirely. Then for this, for the equal to sign, for equal operator, given a class, we say on click, it should now be display, sorry, to eval. So eval in JavaScript means to evaluate. So it will evaluate the value. So each value that is inputted, it should evaluate it, and then we give it a class equal operator. Give it a class of equal operator, and then here we have to put plus or minus. So we say plus or equal to, plus or equals to. Sorry, don't forget to put the plus or equals to. So now we are done with the HTML. So as you can see, this is the HTML. You can see 8 times 9, and it's give you 72. Can delete everything. You can see 9 plus 3 equals to 12. can, everything works very well. So now what we have to do now is to style this. So come back here, go to our style.css. Now in our style.css, we select all with this. I say margin is 0, padding is 0, font family, border box. Now the next thing we do is come down, we select the container class, give it the width of 100% and the height of 100 VH. Then we'll give it a display of flex, so align horizontally, align item center, so align and justify content center. I check this out. You can see it's in the middle right now. So the next thing we do is background color. So you say I'll give it a with this background color of kind of white or bluish, anyone if you like. Now come down here, we select the container class. Selecting the container class, sorry, the calculator. Then select the calculator class and you see background page. These shades of green. Now we'll give it a padding of 20 pixels and a border radius of 10 pixels. Then we'll come down. You can check this also. You can see this is already green. All we have to do now is to style the buttons. So to style the buttons, you see, select the calculator, then the form, down to the input. Then we see border of 0, outline of 0. So you can remove the border and the outline, the width of 60 pixels to increase the width and the height of 60 pixels. Also increase the height. Give it a border radius of 10 pixels. Background should be transparent. Font size of 20 pixels. Margin of 10 pixels. To give it some margin between each other, then we'll give it cursor pointer so that whenever we hover over it, the cursor will be of pointer. It won't be that triangulated. So also give it a color the buttons white. Let's just do white. And then we can check this. As you can see, it is coming together right now. So we'll go back and then we see what other thing do we need to do here. I think that's all for now. So we'll come down. You see, select the form dot display. That is what would be displayed. The class of display. Then we say display should be flex, right? And then we justify the content flex, and that is to move whatever is typed to the end. For example, this, as it is moved to the end. You say flex that is not on the end. It is the say flex end. It is now back. So the next thing we do here is give it some margin, 20 pixels top and bottom, and 0 left and right. So the next thing we do here now is to under the form we select the display also. The display input. Right, as soon as a text align should be right flex to 1, font size 45 pixels, box shadow shouldn't have any shadow. You can see the font has increased.
We'll come down again and we select the equal to sign. So we say form input dot equal. Before we select that, we need to give this some color, these are this button, some box shadow. Let's give it some box shadow here. I know that's what I was missing before. So we say box shadow should be minus 8 pixels of minus 8 pixels and 15 pixels RGB. That is red, green, blue, and alpha. The red should be 255. Green should be also be 255. 0.1. Sorry, 255. 0.1. And also again 5 pixels, 5 pixels, 15 pixels, red, green, blue, alpha. Red of 0, 0, 0, and 0.2. So let's check this. Can you see now? It is now looking interesting now. It is now looking interesting. So come back to the equal to sign. When we're setting the equal to sign, we say the width should be 145 pixels. So it moves, can move to the side. Okay, yeah. I'm supposed to put dot equal. So can you see? And then say form now from input. Sorry. What's wrong? Input. Select the operator. We give the class of operator to the operators, and we give them the color. It's a different color to identify them as operators. Does this make sense? One F. And now we have completed our calculator. So guys, thank you for watching. See you on the next one.